Hey everybody, it's Miss Laura again, and this week we are doing Cowboy Haystacks for our little snack job here. So we're going to start off with all the things that you need to make your haystacks successful. We have corn flakes. You need a stirrer, a measuring cup for 1 cup, a tablespoon, a couple of plates, wax paper, about a cup of sugar, some corn syrup, vanilla extract, creamy peanut butter. It's good that it's really important that you use creamy instead of crunchy, and of course your mixing bowl that you put on your stove. All right, and then we're going to move on to putting together our ingredients. Okay, I have magically moved over to our stove for the mixing of our ingredients. So remember, when you're using the stove, you want to be careful and keep your hands far away from the stove and the eyes of the stove. So the first thing to make our haystacks go, we're going to turn on the eye to about low to medium heat is all you need. And then we're going to mix up our sugar and our corn syrup first. So you're going to get about a cup of each first. I'm going to put the sugar in there first. And this is a pretty easy ingredient because most everything is about a cup. Alright, put that in there. And then I'm going to put in, you guessed it, a cup of corn syrup as well. There it goes. Pouring all that in there. It's a lot of corn syrup. Straight in there. Alright. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So it's nice and evenly distributed in our pan here. And it's really important to keep it pretty low on the heat, because if you keep it real high, it's going to burn that up, and you really don't want it burnt. You just want it to melt. You can see the crystals in the sugar are melting a little bit. So that's what we're looking for, is to really get that melted down. Stir it a little bit while we wait for it to melt. So while we're waiting for it to melt down a little bit more, we're going to get our peanut butter and our vanilla ready. And we're going to be using a cup of peanut butter and a tablespoon of vanilla. So while I'm waiting on that to melt a little bit more, I'm going to go grab a spoon. I'm going to dig out my peanut butter and get a cup of that peanut butter in there. Whew, that's a lot of peanut butter. Whew. It doesn't have to be completely exact, but you want to make sure you at least make the line there. Alright. Okay, I'm going to check on my sugar. Looks like it melted a little bit more. You can see it's a little shinier than it was. It's not as grainy as before either. Alright, so I think it's okay to put some peanut butter in there now. Can in there. Alright, and then vanilla extract. Again, we're doing a tablespoon of this. mix this together again so it's all even, all the way around. And we're gonna do this until it's melted together, so it's all one big texture. That's what we're looking for. I can smell the peanuts and the peanut butter. It's really coming out. You can see it's a lot more even than it was before. All right, so I'm gonna leave this here, and next time you see me, we're gonna be going to add our cornflakes. Okay, I am back. We have removed our peanut butter mix from the heat, and now we're gonna add the cornflakes. We're gonna do 5 cups of cornflakes. I'm gonna move this a little bit out of the way so we can get the cornflakes in there. And this can just be regular cereal with cornflakes. If you wanted to, you can get the frosted and live dangerously. I'm gonna do 1, 2, really being big in there. 3, and number 4, and 5. Okay, I think we're good on the cornflakes. What do you think? All right. And since it's so full in this pan, I'm just gonna be very careful when I try to mix it. Some's probably gonna foul out, but you know, that happens. You hear the crunching. Woo! Okay. There we go. See? Hold on. So I think if it were up to me, when I was at home and I was you, I would get a little bit bigger of a pan than I did. That way you don't have to worry about worrying if it's gonna fall out on you. Ugh. You can just stir it and not worry about it. Stir it and forget it. Stir, you can see it's got that different color mixing up pretty well there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab a spoon. It's the one I used earlier, and then I have my plate over here with the wax paper. We're gonna grab a spoonful, like that. That's pretty good. You can make it different sizes if you want, but just put it out on your plate. One's gonna have some extra on the bottom. And you just keep pouring them out in the spoonfuls until you have them all laid out on your plates. I think you're starting to get the idea how it works here. Put a little small one in the middle there. And you just keep going until you're done. And then the last part is you leave this on here for about an hour to 2 hours, and then you can serve it. Enjoy. Thank you.